Welcome to the third in the series of videos on power. In this video we are going to look into household consumption units for power. Let's start by doing a simple problem. So here is a problem. So you have 500 watts bulb running for an average of 5 hours per day. You need to find the energy consumed per day. So pause the video here and try this problem yourself. So the energy consumed per day is 5 into 100 watts. That's about 500 watts into time. So, energy is power into time. That from the definition of power, the power is work done by time. Here it's a energy consumed instead of work. So that's equal to 500 watts is joules per second into time is we have per day. So that's 1 day and we have 5 hours per day. So that's into 5 hours into 3,600 seconds. So net it would be about 9 into 10 power 6 joules. So that's the amount of energy consumed per day. Now, alternatively, this is not so user-friendly and readable. So alternatively, what we can do is we can just take this quantity, and this is 500 watts into 5 hours. So we can say this is equal to 2,500 watt hours, or we can say this is 2.5 kilowatt hours, and this is the common household consumption units for energy. So when you get a bill from electricity board saying that you have consumed X units, what they mean is you have consumed X kilowatt hour. So 1 unit is 1 kilowatt hour. So we can say energy is equal to power into time, and that's, you can say that's kilowatt into hour, and that's kilowatt hour, and this for you is a commercial unit. So when you hear 1 unit, it's 1 kilowatt hour. So let's say 1 unit is 1 kilowatt hour. And that's equal to 10 power 3 watts into 1 hour. And that's 10 power 3 into 3,600 seconds. And that'll be about 3.6 into 10 power 6 watts is joules per second. So second and second will go off. And we can say this is 3.6 into 10 power 6 joules. That's 1 unit for you. So next, let's do a small assignment on assignment or a lab activity that you can do at your home. And in this, you need to find your estimate your household consumption of electricity. I'll give you a sample here. So here is a sample. So let's assume that you have a fan which is approximately 75 watts per fan, and you have 5 fans running in your house for 10 hours per day. Then in terms of watt hour, your energy that you have consumed is 75 into 5 into 10. That's 3750. And similarly, you have for other equipments like bulb. Let's assume there are 10 numbers on an average, and you use for 10 hours in a day, and the net energy would be 10,000 watt hour. Similarly, you can calculate for other elements in your home, And finally, what you have is the sum of all the watt hours that amounts to 28250 watt hour, and that's about 28.25 kilowatt hour. You divide this by 1000 to get your units in kilowatt hour, and that's what you call it as commercial units. So we have got about 30 units of energy consumption. Typically in United States, your energy consumption per house is about 900 units. That's per month. So in India, it's about approximately 1/10 of that. Maybe you need to find out how much energy you consume in your house. The next activity is to find out from analyze your electricity bill. Analyze electricity bill. So your electricity bill is very interesting, since government subsidizes for people who consume less electricity, who the bill are slabbed. What that means is, for the first 0 to probably 30 units, it may be at let's say, for example, 1 rupees per unit, and then maybe from 30 to 100 unit, it could be 5 rupees per unit. I'm just giving you an illustrative example. So based on this, if you're using about 90 units, your net bill would be 30 rupees, plus for the next 60, it is 60 into 5. So 30 into 1 plus 60 into 5, that is 330 units or rupees. So that's how you calculate. So you can analyze your electricity bill, and it's a fun activity to do. So here's a net summary of key takeaways from this chapter. So the first thing is, your power is work done by time. Or you can also say it's energy consumed in a context of electrical equipment per unit time. And you can say your energy is power into time, and the unit is kilowatt hour, and 1 kilowatt hour is given by 3.6 into 10 power 6 joules. So this would be your key summary for this unit. I hope you enjoyed this series of videos on current electricity. See you in the next set of videos. Until then, ciao.